Yoda, here we are at OverYonderSpace, and we're going to plant blueberries. And just a little picture of the garlic to let us know that that is on our photo section there, the garlic, OverYonderSpace, our identity spot. And here we have Nicole and
Kainoa.
And Kainoa.
Kainoa, say
And,
hi.
and then what we're going to do here is we're going to plant blueberry plants. And so what we've done is we've taken topsoil. You can dig in your normal soil, your soil that's on the ground, and then we mix that half with this humus substance. Any good humus works. Today we're cheating a bit. We're using peat, and I don't recommend peat because peat is shipped in, and they dig out the bogs to get it. And a bog will put off as carbon offset, in other words, a carbon sink, 100 times an old growth forest, which is the next best carbon sink, carbon oxygen producing area. So we don't recommend that you use sphagnum moss, but use well-drained soil, mix it with a humus, and maybe some sand is good. But it should be, the soil should be very even and hold a lot of moisture. Blueberries don't like to sit in water. So what I'm doing here first is I have some rootstock. I have a chandler and I have a duke. Now blueberries, you have to have two different types to cross-pollinate. In the blueberry planting today, we're going to have this duke, the chandler, and Nicole's got a blue crop here. And we're going to place them in our soil, which is half and half, as I said. Good topsoil and peat. Now, as they say, another humus like product like this, composted leaves, can be good, all mulched in with soil. So here we're going to make a little hole, and then we're going to put a little bone meal. 10-0-0 is what it is. Bone meal to stimulate root growth. So I'm going to put that all around in the little hole, then we're going to put it in and place our one plant in and fill her up. And we're going to get Kainoa to do one here for the record. So here, get him. Here, Kainoa. Get to help sprinkle that in. I think his mom's going to help today because Nicole here is a master gardener herself, but your
just a little bit. There we
your
go. Okay, that's good.
expertise is all. You did a degree, didn't you?
I have a science degree, but then I did a landscape horticulture program after, but with a focus more on permaculture and organic gardening. As my son's swinging around the blueberries.
She's now in our community here in Point Roberts. And so we're putting a little bone meal around the roots of each one. Did we do that?
We did bone meal, yeah.
Okay, now we're just going to plant them. A couple of
Here, love, do you want to pack it in a
root
bit more?
heads, Nicole and I, and a up-and-coming sprouter. See?
Let's leave it in there, okay? We're going to put it in the dirt. He's getting a little sleepy.
Now, the first year of the blueberry, they'll put off a nice, stimulation of the bone meal and a little bit of rain coming on, and then we mulch them with a sawdust, but not cedar. And so that's what you see on the blueberry fields there. They've they've put the peat up from the soil into long mounds, and then they top it with this to keep the moisture in, but they don't like to sit in water. So this will have uniform moisture, and they don't like to sit in water. Now rootstock, the first year they'll put off a lot of little green leaves, and they'll put off the beautiful flowers. And the first year you push all the flowers off. You just don't let it go to the berry. so that they get really strong and re-energized into the root system, and the next year I have a beautiful crop. And then the third year you can just trim off any little broken or a winter kill, and after that they'll grow 5 feet high and 5 feet wide. And so I will replant these once I get them going. So because these are rootstock, I placed these ones into pots to keep an eye on and make sure they're perfectly done. They get all the blessings of God, plus a special blessing of beautiful placement in the garden with full sun and root stimulation and water. Anything else to know about blueberries? Yes, we talked about the 3 or 4 different crops. We got a Duke, we got a Chandler, and we got a blue crop. And they all put out fruit at different times of the year, so you'll have fruit going all the time. A large plant in its glory will last up to 50, 60 years, even longer, and they will put off about 50 pounds each. And the goal here at OverYonderSpace is to plant, and I've got about 40 going, but we're on our first 8 here, and another batch that I have it over at another property. And the goal will be 100 blueberry plants in 5 years. We will have enough blueberries for everybody in this community. Thanks for being part of the OverYonderSpace.